You want to learn how to loop guess 666, and I'm going to teach you, but first of all, I have to speedrun a couple things. In the top left here, I have a clip of me looping one of my viewers who was playing Guess 666, and we were on the Beach House Paradise loop, which I think is the best loop in the game against Guess 666. I'm going to start calling them Sixer. And we're both not perfect at the game, we both make mistakes, but I think we're both pretty decent, and I would not loop him nearly this long in any other killer. So that just goes to show how good these tips are and these tricks are against Guess 666. And now let me explain why they work. So every killer in the game will catch up to you running around this loop except for Guess 666. Guess 666 has a wider collision hitbox than you. Sixer's hitbox is a 4 stud by 3.5 stud rectangle from my understanding, and everyone else in the game, from my understanding, has a 2.5 stud radius cylinder. Let me just establish, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. I might be doing something wrong logically, I might have measured some things wrong, I might be applying the wrong formulas or doing the calculations wrong. But feel free to fact check me and correct me if I'm saying something wrong. Anyway, I would love to make a follow-up video with correct information if I make any mistakes here. That being said, I calculated this. I calculated the perimeter of the loop. I calculated the path the survivor takes, the path Sixer takes. I calculated how much distance they cover, how many loops they can loop on one stamina bar, and one cycle of regeneration, whether or not they caught up. And if they didn't, it's an infinite loop. If they did, then it's not an infinite loop. And from all these calculations and the simulations I ran, base speed infinite loop, base speed plus eviscerate infinite loop, blood hunt, you do gain on them, but it runs out before you catch up, so infinite loop, blood hunt plus eviscerate infinite loop, speed 1 plus eviscerate, and blood hunt plus hitting your inferno cry for the speed 2 total, and then eviscerate obviously will make them catch up to you. Now I need to explain a couple things. Eviscerate gives you slowness 1 for 2 seconds if you miss, but I don't think that really is a big deal because at base speed that's 5.4 studs, and in base speed from my testing, it felt like eviscerate takes you 7 studs, so I don't think I was off by that much. So even if it's like 5 studs, you're barely losing literally anything, so don't be scared to use it if you think it'll get you a hit or if you think you just need it to turn a corner better. Again, the only thing you're going to be losing is your 10 blood if you miss. And if you hit the eviscerate, it's free distance, so do that. Now I need to explain the passive. When you're chasing a highlighted survivor, which I think is just anytime you're moving and they're in your vision cone, I don't know if you have to run directly towards them. A wall won't break the vision cone line of sight. You can still get this passive through walls. Now that those things are established, the speed will scale up to 10% when you're in chase. If you're out of chase, it goes up to 20%, but on a loop this small, it's going to be in chase. So 10% speed when you're looking at them and running at them. You will not have this full speed when you're taking this loop or any loop with this many turns. And that's because if you're going around this loop, right? Let's say I'm right here and the killer's right here. Or just no, this bitch is right here. You see how the killer's looking at me? If they're sprinting sideways, they're going slower than if they were sprinting straight, in a straight line. So if they're sprinting sideways while looking at me, they're going to get their speed from their passive, but they're going to be sprinting slower by default. And then vice versa. If they're sprinting in a straight line, they're not looking at me, they're not getting the speed from their passive. So in practice, they won't have the full 29.7 speed most of the time, but here it's just there for the sake of ease of calculation. All right, now that I've established how eviscerate and the passive work, and all the situations where you could infinitely loop Sixer, now let me show you the spots on maps where you can try this. Now these may not be all the good spots, and some of these might not actually be that good, because I didn't fully test all of them. I just hopped in a private server with my friends, I ran every loop a couple times, and I was like, if I didn't catch up, then I thought it was good. So I did not include one loop here that a lot of people are saying are very good, which is the York's Resting Place Graveyard loop. Apparently it's really good because Sixer gets caught in a lot of stuff, but I did not test it. I have no experience with it, so it is not here, but do note that it is probably a good loop. You may notice that some of these loops can be jumped over with Demonic Pursuit or are small / have low visibility and are susceptible to double backs, but those are risks that you have to take when you go to these loops, and you just have to learn what loops you like to use.
I got this!
Does it remove your hit hedge? Does it remove it? Oh my god.